drukt.
Good morning, everybody. I'm doing a hike in the Faroe Islands and I'm trying to avoid the path that everybody follows because it's full of mud and it's really slippery. So it's been a while since my last video, so I'm going to give you a little bit of context. I'm visiting the Faroe Islands, and from here I'll go to Iceland. The plan today is to do a hike to a lighthouse. The lighthouse is the Kalur lighthouse. So as you can see, the trick is finding the best path. If I go that way, it's too muddy and I will probably slip. So I try to get all the paths that have more grass in them, on them. To give you a bit of context, I arrived yesterday to the Faroe. We took a flight from the Netherlands. We had a stop in Copenhagen, Denmark, and then we took another flight to the Faroe. I thought that the Faroe belonged to Iceland, but actually they belong to Denmark. So I believe many flights depart from there. The idea is to stay here for a week and then we will go to Iceland. Yesterday it was an easy day. I just arrived, explored a bit the city of torshavn or something like that, or torshavn. I'm not really sure how you pronunciate the name. It's the capital, and today the idea was to do the first hike. If you come to the Faroe Islands, the thing that you would be doing the most is hikes. You have to be equipped because the weather changes easily, so you might start with the foggy day and then it can be rainy and then it can be sunny, and yeah, who knows. As you can see, it's really foggy. Our first hike took us to the city of Klaksvík. There we took a ferry, and the ferry took us to a city called, I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm going to show you. It's kind of Dalur, and from there we took a bus to the town of Trollanes or Trollanes, and now we are hiking. This hike was not free. There are some trails that are free and others that are paid. This one is a paid hike and it cost us around 25 euros. They have a limited free supply of sticks. The sticks are the ones that you can use to help yourself through the hills, but I didn't get any. By the time I was there, a big group was before me and they took all the sticks. So that's why I'm trying to be more careful and choosing better my steps. For example, taking this path might not be the best, but I will give it a try. Yeah, as you see, not the best idea. I thought there were rocks there, but no. This is going to be a tough one. I might need to go up. Yeah, this was better because there is just too much water. Now my feet is wet. I can feel it up to my sock. This might not be the best shoes. I know that some people wear boots. Depends on how many hikings you will be doing. But I really think that if you come to the Faroe, you are going to be hiking. At the airport, the only kind of people we saw were people really well equipped with hiking boots, waterproof jackets, waterproof pants, hiking gear. Some people might be even more into this than me. I don't know if you can see it, but people were left far behind. Despite the terrain, I'm keeping a good path. I meant like I'm keeping a good pace. It's getting really windy, and I think I'm barely halfway there. In case you're wondering, these blue poles are marking the path, but you can't just, I mean, you can use them as a guide, but I wouldn't stick next to them. All the people are following them, and that's why you get those mud pools. So if now they are bad on the way back, they're going to get worse. I think the first part of the trail is the hardest, and now it's getting easier. The first part is the hardest because you are going, the hill is two step, and you have to go like on a diagonal up, and you don't have too much room to move. The paths are really narrow, but here is wider. It's like walking up but through a field, so it feels way easier. There are so many ships. I think I read that in this country there were more ships than people, like 3 to 1 or something like that. Good thing about the apartment where I'm staying, it's more like an Airbnb with many apartments actually, is that they have washing machine and dryer. So if my clothes gets too dirty, I can just wash it. If every hike is going to be like this one, I'm probably be doing that every day. So as you can see, we could go that way, but you can barely see the end of the hill and it's too muddy, so we might take this other path that has more grass in it and it feels a bit more stable. Still not the easiest, but yeah, those paths where everybody's taking, they will just get worse as the day passes. Remember when I told you that the beginning was the hardest? Well, here it's getting harder too. It's becoming slippery. God damn it. It's even worse than before. They look comfortable in this weather. So I had to abandon the main path. You can see the blue pipe there. It's just too muddy. I know I said that like a million times, but I really want to emphasize it. I could go that way, but I think I'm going too far from the delimited path. I read somewhere that you can explore a bit, but you shouldn't go that far from the path, because yeah, the farmers or the landowners might get annoyed. Although I just pay kind of a fortune to walk here. So, and there's the lighthouse. Look how weird the effect that the view causes. The person looks bigger than the lighthouse. It's like a giant. I must admit that I'm a bit disappointed. I thought it was like a huge lighthouse, but I guess it makes sense. If you are this high, then you don't need to make or build something huge. You already gained the high with the hill. But yeah, this is it. Now, shitty day for the hike, I think, because there's no view. But yeah, at least I made it. Maybe if I wait some time the fog will dissipate, but yeah, I don't know. Yesterday the fog dissipated around 4 in the afternoon, so yeah, it's barely 10 a.m. So I ended up left in the lighthouse because I don't have any hope for the fog to dissipate. It's just too dense. So I came instead to see the place where James Bond was buried. And as you can see, a lot of people came here. That's why it's all moody. So there you have it. In memory of James Bond, 1962-2021. The proper function of the man is to live, not to exist. There's the sea. I haven't seen the sea since I left the boat. You have to be really careful here because bad sleep and you end up right at the end of the cliff, right at the sea. It looks like it's cleaning a bit. So maybe if we stay here we might get the chance. It was a really expensive hike to just go back and miss it. The lighthouse is over there, you cannot see it. And there you can see the sea and one of the other islands. It's funny to see how the fog is moving. I don't know if it's visible on the video, but it's like doing like some kind of it's like spinning. But maybe we are lucky and it's dissipating. I think I could have stayed there the whole day. The wind is changing, it's shifting direction. So every time the fog seems to go away, eventually it comes back. So as you can see, this part, which was before all clean, now it's getting foggy again. And at the same time you can see that it's cleaning or moving a bit. But as soon as the wind changes, it will go back as the way it was. So yeah, I'm going back. There are other towns to see and we have to finish before 3, which is the time that the ferry departs. So yeah, before when we came this way we saw that it was really steep and we couldn't see anything from this line below, and now as you can see it's a bit more clean. Maybe if I will wait for a couple hours, 2-3 hours, I'll get to see the lighthouse and the whole thing, but I don't have that time. Maybe the point to take from my hike is that if you come and you decide to do it a bit later. I thought that doing it early would be the best, but it might not. I saw the fog dissipate and I consider going back for a while to see the lighthouse again, but as soon as the wind changed, then everything came back to normal. Now the fog is covering again the hills. So if you go early you have to deal with the fog, and if you go a bit later, if you take the 10 hours ferry, then you have to deal with more people. So you have to keep those things in mind depending on what your idea is for the trip. If you are for the hike, I think anytime is okay. But if you are there for the photos and you don't want people in it, you have to go early and yeah, and hope for no fog. When we came this morning, all this was a cover, we couldn't see anything, so we had to stick to the path. but now everything is perfectly visible and you can choose other routes. I didn't see this thing before. There was a similar one a bit farther. There's ship shit everywhere. Look at the cliffs. It's impressive. Look at that one. The James Bond tomb was close to one of those. That's what I was trying to show you, but there was just too much fog. And of course I had to fall. I couldn't finish the hike without falling, so now I'm a bit dirty. At least I should be grateful that I'm not as dirty as other people. One guy looked like he just went into the mud and he made, I don't know, he kind of swim in the mud. I don't have the right word at the moment in English to express that he took like a bath in the mud, but he was all covered in mud, so it must have been a pretty bad fall. All right, I'm almost out of the hiking field, so yeah, I can say I made it. I didn't make it clean, but I made it. We have to keep the door closed so the ship doesn't go away. Let's see if I can make this last bit without falling. It's a bit tricky, but I'm going to use the rocks. I don't want to fall again. And I'm out, finally. This is the town where we are. At least you can see the name, because my pronunciation is probably terrible. Trollanes or Trollianes. I made a quick stop at this kiosk for a small coffee, and look at the things that they put so it won't be pulled by the wind. The rock, the chain, and the chain is tied to the cabin, and it has 4 of those. So imagine how strong the wind must be at some point in the year that they need 4 of those. Look at the size of this stone. Probably this stone is more heavy than the whole kiosk. And now we are in the Mikladur town. It's a bit bigger than the other one. At least this one has more than 3 houses. And that's the bus that we took. This is a toilet. It has a grass roof. Where in the world would you see something like this? I'm curious on how it looks inside. Yeah, it's all made of wood. Huh. And here you have a view of the town. It's really nice. So we might stop for something to eat and then we will continue. I think these things were used to carry stuff from down below. They seem to be out of use now. Everybody comes here to see the statue of a mermaid. That's the highlight. And I think there's also a small cafe, small restaurant. So that's a place where you stop to eat something. There, this one. So it says that if the flag is out, that means that they are open. If the flag is not there, it's closed. I actually see something with this. Oh yeah, it actually works. You can see the mermaid down below. That soup was delicious. And the idea of to see the mermaid after worked perfectly. Now there's barely any people, and before it was crowded. I think the best advice is to always go opposite to what other people are doing, so you get to enjoy things a bit less crowded. The only problem that I'm having right now is that my feet feel so cold. They are still wet from the hike. I completely forgot about bringing an extra pair of socks. I thought about it, but then I forgot. This is incredible. And now it's crowded again. But we are leaving. The bus will depart in about 15 minutes. Cars enter from the back and they left from the front. We were over there. It's getting really windy. There you have a view of the city. And the idea is to go and see the Klakur. It's another highlight. I think it's going to be about 45 minutes hike, although it shouldn't be that steep. As you can see, there's a kind of a road. It's too windy, it's too cold, and my feet are still wet, so I'll try with the car. On a different day I would have walked the whole way, but it's been already a long day. From here it should be around 15 minutes walking, maybe a bit more, maybe like 20. Okay, there's a sign here. So we're here. I want to get there. 1.5 hours both ways. Huh? Okay, let's see. Let's figure it together. This path is way different than the one before. It has little rocks, it has gravel on it, so it's easy to hike. I think the other one had like a moderate difficulty, and this one is an easy difficulty. I can even see some steps. Look at this. You can see how my shoes are not drying. Must be because my socks are also wet. I don't know if I'm going to be able to continue. I can see people taking the path on the right because, yeah, I can see mud on the main path. I don't know if I'm in the mood to go through the same again. Today the step was really hard with all the mud, and I fear that it's going to turn out to be the same. And it's really windy, it's really cold, so I might need to make a decision. At least I have a nice view from here if I decide not to go up. Wow, this is beautiful. Probably from the top there's a great view. Got them weather. I was told that yesterday it rained non-stop. That's why now everything is full of mud. So yeah, it's a no-go. It's getting worse and worse, and it's starting to rain. So I think unfortunately I will need to cancel the hike. Fuck. According to Google, the view doesn't change that much. So if you're not up, to go, you can still get, I think, a decent photo from here. And me saying 15 minutes ago that this was going to be easier. Yeah, right. It was easier until that pile of rocks, but after that it's just a bunch of mud pools. I think the worst mistake I made on this trip was not getting higher hiking shoes, like some boots. The amount of mud is such that actually you really need it, and I think all year around it rains a lot, so it's not like this is just now. You can get this also in July, August, September. Maybe some seasons are a bit more drier, but if the day before your hike it rained, it's going to be like this probably. So you really need a good shoes, good hiking shoes. Maybe as I said, go for some boots. Even get an extra pair of socks. My socks are soaking wet, and that's already annoying. I think that if I would have had some hiking boots, I would have gone all the way up. But yeah, sometimes you have to quit to be able to win, and I think in that's the case. I'd rather quit today and be very prepared tomorrow with an extra pair of socks, maybe even carry an extra towel to dry my feet, because I think this is going to be the same for every single day in the islands. So yeah, that's that. I'm going back, I'm going to get the car, and I'll see, maybe for the time that I didn't spend going up, I can use it for something else. There's like an artificial pool here. I think they might use it as a water storage. Another advantage of the hiking boots is that they protect your foot, your ankle from getting twisted or whatever. Mostly when you, for example, you walk over a stone and your feet does something like this, then it's going to protect your ankle. Compared to this one, I feel like every hike I did in my life was a chill play. First time ever that I have to drop a hike because I don't have enough equipment to carry on.
Welcome aboard MS2. Safety posters are located around the ship.
Good morning, everybody. We took a ferry today and we went south on the Faroe Islands to see this lighthouse and other things, but our first stop is this lighthouse. The lighthouse is called Akerberg Lighthouse, and as you can see, we have a small path that we can use to approach. I saw some people going through the fence, but I think that's not permitted. It is too cold and it's not worth it. I think there are better things to see. Google reviews are even a bit mixed. Some people says that it's not worth the visit. Some others like it. I have to admit that the weather here is no joke. Yesterday was terrible for the hike, and today it's freaking cold. Fuck, it's cold. Just made a stop to look at this. We're taking a panoramic road. It's still windy, but a bit less cold. I was talking to some people that were coming down, and they said that it's a bit foggy, it's a bit windy, but it's doable. According to the guides, it takes about 40 minutes to go up and down, so like an hour and a half, but these guys did it in 2 hours and a half. So let's see how long it will take me. So far it's looking like an easy trail, and although it's windy, it's not that cold as it was at the lighthouse. I don't know if you can see it, but the cars are over there. That's how much we did already. Look at that bear over there. It's called oyster catcher. They are characteristic from this region, from the Faroe. I don't think I will be able to get closer. Let's see if he crosses the path. 20 minutes in, and so far this has been an easy trail. It's full of rocks, so no mud. The paths are wide, so it's been really easy. The one from yesterday was a bit more challenging. I think the difficulty rating was moderate, and this one was an easy one. And you see mostly birds and sheep and other hikers from time to time. It seems that now it's going to get a bit more rustic. So basically, if you look at Google Maps, you will see that there's a path. There's like a route, like a road, and where that ends, then that means that the gravel ends. Now it's a bit like yesterday. It's not as muddy, luckily, or at least for now. But it can of course get worse. Let's see how it goes. The only problem is that I don't know where to go. There's no more trail. I guess it ends here. That can be true. There's a stream here, but I don't see the path. This is weird. So I'm going to get this app. It's called All Trails. I used it before, and I hope it will have some information about the trail. So according to this, I should go up here, but I don't see where. Maybe it's just through the field. I'm trying to see if someone else put their... if I can see someone else steps here, but it's hard to see, especially with the fog. Maybe a bit over there. Maybe I'm a bit far from the route. Okay, let's see if I can figure this. Looks like some people might go this way. So it wants me to go this way. That's the best I could synchronize this. Maybe we missed the entrance. It seems that if we back up a little bit, there's another point there. Maybe it's that one? I don't know anymore. Maybe I will have to climb here. But it doesn't look like anyone has done that. If you look at here, of course you can see that people went this way, but there's nothing here. I think I'll go back and I'll take the other route, this other point. So it seems I might have taken the wrong path. I saw on Google Maps a review from some person that says that follow a blue sign, and I never saw that sign, or if I saw it, I didn't follow it. So it seems that it was more a straight way. So I'll head back to the point where all trails is saying, and maybe I'm going to get lucky there. The hikes I've done before, they feel like they are kids' play compared to the ones at Faroe. They are rustic, they are not properly signed, there are no flags, they are not maintained or anything like that. I think most of them go through the farmers' fields, and they are just open for the general public, but they don't want to put too many things there. I believe because of the sheep. They want the sheep to be able to live in peace and to be able to have their grass. So I guess that's why they are not doing too many things to the roads and the path. If you go on a hike to Germany or Belgium, Austria, Netherlands, all the paths are signed, and you have little flags, or they would put some indicators on the trees, and then you find your way. But here is different. You really need to know where you're going. I usually don't get lost. So update. We found a group of Italians, and they told us that the actual path is this. So yeah, you can't see anything, you can't see a path, but this is it. And the only indication that this is a path are these tiny small yellow label sticks indicate the path. And the reason why we lost it is because there's a sign there, but there's no path. It's not that obvious. So they gave us some advice, and now I'm back on track. The weather is terrible. We also met some local woman, and she got lost up there, and she knows the area. So that gives you a pretty good idea of how dense the fog is. So let's see how far we can make it. We were told that the view is quite bad because of the amount of fog. It's already barely visible. So maybe we get there and we will see nothing. Now you know that if you want a real hiking experience, you have to go to the Faroe Islands, and you will probably feel really adventurous here too. We are just walking around ship now. I'm really glad that they are friendly and that they don't intend to use the horns that they have. I think they only care about eating grass. And of course I lost track of the sticks. I think they are somewhere on the other side. There seems to be a trail here, so I'm going to follow this. I don't think all these path trails are that tourist friendly. They are mostly made for hikers. All the people that we saw here, they were all very well prepared. Way better than me. Better jackets, better pants, better shoes. Let's see, what do the app says? I might be a bit far off. Huh, at least I can see the sea. I thought the fog wouldn't allow me, but yeah, there it is. Nice. Let's see if we can see some cliffs. Let me tell you that the sticks are completely missing, so you will have to use your instinct. You can start to see the cliffs. And now I get why some people said that it was like 4 hours. It's because you can get to this point, you can see there a pole. The pole that you see there, that's where we want to get. That's a milestone. Once we get there, you can go to the left and you can continue the trail, but we won't go there. It's too foggy, and if a local says that it's not worth it, that it's too foggy and you won't see anything, then I'm not going to do it. But you can see the fog. I think maybe a couple more hours and this is going to cover us. The person that lives here, the local, says that the road that we took before was supposed to continue, but they ran out of money many years ago, so they just left it there. And I think after they made the tunnel. She also told us that there are about less than 100 people living in the town. I think it's kind of a rough estimate. It's probably even less. I would say less than 50. She knows better, but I think she was just making a guess. I'm trying really hard to not get wet my feet again. The grass is so hard. I would expect a softer grass, but it's not. It feels like artificial. There's the milestone. This is what I wanted to reach. And there you see the cliff. And that's the typical bird. The oyster catcher. Holy shit. This is incredible. Oh wow, this is amazing. I'm trying to get closer, I'm trying to get over there, but I can't. That bird over there is attacking me. So probably there's a nest, or they are on mating season, or it was already mating season and there are eggs and their nest over there. So unfortunately I can't get any closer. As soon as I put a step after that rock, they just jump over me. And I guess that explains why there are so many around. Maybe I already disturbed them enough. I really wanted to take a photo from there. Damn it. You see? It's right there. Patrolling. And it already got really close and they have a really long peak. Could make some damage. Okay, time to leave. I think I annoyed enough that bird. Too bad you couldn't see it on the camera. Bastard. It attacked me a couple more times. So yeah. Let's go. Anyway, it's not my territory, it's theirs. So I can go as far as they allow me. I think in retrospective this was quite an easy hike. The issue was that I missed the sign. If you don't miss the sign, this is actually quite easy. There's not even mud. And it's not, even though the sticks are not visible, you can't get lost. And I'm glad that despite the fog, the view was amazing. Oh look, there's one, just when I don't need it anymore. Look at this view. This is amazing. Sounds like someone left the toilet running. And I'm back to the main road. Let me show you something. This was my mistake. I completely missed this sign. That's what you need to look for. That name that you see written there, that's where you want to go. Parking lot, sign. Take this and follow the invisible sticks, the ghost sticks, and then you will be fine. Don't go that way because there's nothing there. Some people go that way. If you use the All Trails app, you can go that way, but it's more rustic. So you will need to know what you're doing, and you can try if there's no fog. But with the fog there, you can't see anything. It's funny to see that every gate has a different mechanism. I think my favorite so far was the one from yesterday. That was like a guillotine. I think people like to be creative here with their doors, or cattle doors. I know how you call that in English. And we are back to the ship. Hello. Do we need to pay the ticket here?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you need the, yes, the card. Do you need the plate?
No.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
No. You want to see?
No, it's okay.
Yeah. Can you take the ticket?
Okay. Thank you. It's incredible to see how fast they load the ship. There were like 5 queues of cars and they are almost all in. Yeah, and this is the last ship of the day, so it got really crowded. There were a lot of cars. Last chance to leave the island. And there we have Torshavn, or torshavn, or whatever. 15 more minutes and we will be there. The whole ride was about 2 hours. Time to fetch the car. I think now it's going to take a bit longer to get the car. There's way more people than before. Yep. A lot of cars. Good morning, everybody. What we just saw is the Fossa waterfall. It's one of the widest and tallest in the island. And when it rains, it can reach like 30 meters wide. What we saw is just part of it. Look at this view. We are in the town of Tujornavik and we are going to do a hike. The hike that we're going to do is about 3 hours one way and 3 hours back, and we're supposed to see some black sand beaches. I think one is right here in Tujornavik and the other one will be at the end of the hike. That other one, it's called it's on Sakasun, on close to the Sakasun beach, I believe, or something like that, or close to the Polurin waterfall. I'm still not sure. I need to get there first. I don't know if I'm going to do it. It will depend on my on how I feel after the end of the hike. It's 3 hours hike, then it will be 1 hour to get to that beach, and then it means 4 hours to get back to the parking. This is the only place where you get the toilet, I believe. Maybe you have a small hut in the other part. Let's take a look here. Okay, this is the hiking route that we are going to do. We're here and we have to go this way. And the level is between easy and medium. Seems that there are even expert levels. Not in this case, but there might be. I believe that when you're challenging an expert, you already need extra gear. This is one of the oldest villages in the Faroe. Okay, so this one is the easy one. We're not going to do this one. We are going to do this other one, which is the one that connects the Saksun village. That's what we want to do. This is one of the highlights and something that everybody does. So I'll get my stuff from the car and we can get going. Okay, got my stuff. Let's take a look at the beach, at the black sand beach, and then we can continue. I was looking that there are surf lessons here. That's something that I have pending. I wanted to do it in Brazil, but didn't get the chance. Oh, it's actually black. Look at this. It's actually black. Must be from volcanic ashes, or at least that's what I heard. Probably, maybe it has different sources. I don't know. Maybe it's just the different type of rock. And here is more whitish, or maybe it's just sand. Yeah, it's a mix of shells and sand. This place is incredible. You feel so little. All this is water coming from the mountains and going to the sea. Probably this is drinkable water. Maybe if you boil it, you can drink it. This is still sweet water that's coming from the mountains. Maybe we can touch the seawater a bit over there. Let's give it a try. that salty water. Okay, let's continue because we have a long day. We have a tight schedule, so better get going. I just washed my hands in that water and it's really cold. My hands now are red and it's freezing. One thing that many people advise in those travel guides is to take a swim in the sea. But I believe it must be really cold as when you get in it takes your breath away. So we will cross the village first and then we'll make a left and the hiking will begin. So I already got the old trails up and I already have the hiking route. It's this one here. And since it's a moderate difficulty, I'd rather be ready. By the way, this town has 5 highlights. One is the black sand beach. The second one is this church. On my back there are some Viking graves. And then you have the hiking trail, the easy one, that goes to the right. And the medium difficulty hiking trail, the one that we are going to do, that it's on the left. We are going to start with that one. And well, actually that's the one we are going to do. We're not going to do both, we are just going to do the medium difficulty one. This town is really nice. I'll make some photos. Okay, so to give you an idea, we're going to start here and we're going to go all the way here. Here is a waterfall, there's a small town which basically has only 3 houses. One of them is a toilet and there's nothing else. From here we can go a bit further and go to the other black sand beach. I don't think we will do that. Depends on how tired we are when we get here. So probably we'll stay here for a while and then we'll have to go back. And so it begins. I guess we have to follow these sticks. As you can see, it's going to be rustic. And we will see a lot of mud, or maybe not a lot, but we are going to get some mud. I can already feel my feet getting buried by the mud. So far so good. There are some parts that are a bit muddy, but if you're careful, find the place where you want to put your feet, you will be fine. Sometimes you have to walk in grass, and sometimes you have rocks, and sometimes you have water, mud, and a small stream. Here we have to be a bit more careful, and that's it. Here we are just going to be walking on water, it seems, or maybe not. It looks like there are some gravel there, and despite the water we're able to step there. This is going to be an interesting one. I wonder how would you do it if this is getting like a really, like a bigger flow of water. I'm trying to be careful because I don't know if the rocks can be slippery, and of course we don't want to be down there. There's a stick, that means we are in the right direction. Clearly this is not the way. I think we took the wrong path. There was some gate and yeah, I completely ignored it. That's a gate right there. I really thought it was impossible to go that way. You basically need like mountain climbing equipment to go there. And this is another kind of gate system. It's you kind of have to lift it. I'm glad that some people make these kind of milestones because they lead you the way. I was about to take down there, but I saw that it was getting too close to the hill, to the cliff, and I said no, that's not possible. This path is advised even for kids, so I wouldn't think that they want you to go right close to the edge, to the cliff. So yeah, look for the milestones. It's getting really warm. To give you an idea, there's the town where we started, and at this point we haven't done even 10% of the total hike. We are just barely starting. More milestones here and there. I'm going to contribute to. I'm going to grab this one, and this means that Lucas was here. And now I'm part of the milestone. Let's see if we can get a bit closer here. Get a view. Great. It only took me 40 minutes to get here. Maybe tomorrow I'm going to finish the hike. Okay, I better get going and stop recording because yeah, I'm literally going to make it tomorrow. I should mention that actually those are not milestones, but they are called cranes, and it's basically that, a pillar made of stone rocks, and they are used to mark different spots, I guess, mark this path. Look at this, we're surrounded by rocks, streams, sheep, grass, and nothing else, and the sea down there, and that's all you can see. I think we might have reached the top. Could be. Here's the milestone, the crane, number 57. In case you don't see the cranes, you can see for those blue sticks. You can see that they have the pile of rocks there. Look at them. It looks a bit like an unusual place, but I guess they're here for that grass that they are eating. It's like they have camouflage. You can barely see the difference between them and the rocks. If they would be completely still, you wouldn't notice them. See how the fog is starting to cover us. At this pace, in a few minutes, nothing will be visible. That's the tallest point. Fucking wind. That's the tallest point. We're almost there. That's almost half the trail. But I wanted to show you this. Look at this, the color of this grass. I think it's a mixture of grass with some mold. That's how you call it. That green thing that grows in stones, like the one that you see there. And that's why it looks like that. And I think it's a bit of a trap because I put my feet here and it's sinking. Yeah. Fuck. We're almost at the top, and from there it should be all downhill. The view is breathtaking. This is crane number 30. That means that we are 29 to reach the end of the trail. Although they don't look that to be that separate. Let's see. This is the view from the other side. I was fearing that everything would be incredible foggy, but no. The view is impressive. Sorry to disturb you, I just want to take a photo. Oh wow. This is amazing. We were up there before. Descending hasn't been that bad. The path is quite alright. As far as I know, we go a bit down, then we go a bit up, and then it's all the way down. For a moment I thought, okay, I will go back, I get the car, I go to the other city and I hike back, but yeah, I dropped the idea. I want to enjoy the sun while I have it, and it's also warming up a bit. I also had lunch, so I feel a bit better, I feel energized, so yeah, I decided to just continue, and yeah, looks easy for now. I think the other side was a bit harder. Maybe if you're going down, it's easier, but the way up was tough. I will be able to tell you when I'm doing the other way around. We need to get to the city first. Well, I'm still calling it a city, but it's not a city. It's just 3 houses. I don't even know how to call that. I don't think it's a village, a city. It's nothing. It's just 3 houses. So the idea is to get to those 3 houses, maybe make a toilet break, enjoy the view. I'll see if I'm still in the mood to go to the waterfall and the other black sand beach, because from the town it's like 1 more hour. So yeah, we'll see. And then we are supposed to go back from that village to the town here where we were before, so it's going to be again 5-6 hours hiking. I was checking my watch and it took us about 2 hours and a half to get to the highest point, so maybe it's going to be another 2 hours and a half. We're making a bit of a better time that All Trails suggested. All Trails was saying that's going to take me about 6 hours, 6 hours and a half. So yeah, a bit better than I expected. So yeah, I hope I can keep up. I hope I can keep the pace. It's becoming an issue when you get a trail like this full of mud and then you need to start looking for alternative path. The reason I have to do that is because it's really slippery, and as you can see my shoes are not that thick or that high, so if I put my feet on the mud, then I will get, if it's deep, I will get covered maybe until up to this point or more. The path went down here, so we're still on track. But the only downside is that it's getting foggier and foggier. So I'm trying to rush. Especially with the fog, you don't see very well where you're going. This one is number 4. But it doesn't look like I'm almost done with it. Look at this view. We almost made it. That's the town of 3 houses. And there you have the black sand beach. And I believe the waterfall must be kind of on the right side. Maybe we can see it from the other side. Now the next goal is to reach the town. Use the toilet. Maybe I can buy or get some fresh water because my bottle is almost empty. And then we will have to head back. Do the same that we did. Start all the hike up and then down. And despite this dense fog, down there it looks clean. Look how beautiful it is. This was totally worth it. Oh, and I forgot to mention that this hike was free, no entrance. Now that I've done a few hikes here, I realized that the first one, the one that we went to the lighthouse, was such a big scam. We paid a lot of money and you don't get any value from it. This is way nicer. I mean, the trail is not that friendly, but the other one, you pay a lot of money and no one assures you that the trail is going to be in good shape. They should put some gravel or some rocks in it so people can walk. I mean, this one, you're not paying anything and no one is doing anything about the trail. But yeah, I mean, no one is charging you. The other one, they are charging you a lot of money and you don't get nothing in return. So yeah, this one is definitely the highlight and the one that everybody should do. Well, if you like hiking, of course. I think if you don't like hiking, you shouldn't come to the Faroe. This is basically a hike paradise. I'm realizing that my iPhone makes way better video than the GoPro. Different purpose, I know, but the quality is just so different. Oh, and by the way, that's the Black Sand Beach and that's the Balloring Waterfall. So from here we kind of see everything that we were supposed to see. And over there, there's the church, which is supposed to be another highlight. I don't think I have told you anything about the weather, but we started the day with wind and it was a bit chilly, around 10 degrees. And now we are at 11 degrees, but the sun is out, so it's really warm, especially because there's no wind. As soon as you get wind, it feels like polar cold wind. It's really cold, and if you are not wearing a jacket, you really have to put something on. But as it is now, I could be walking with my t-shirt without any coat and it would be perfect. Last time I checked was about 2 kilometers left. I guess now it's about 1, more or less. There's the gate. We made it. Basically it says that you are not allowed to leave the path. That's it. Probably I can get more than just a toilet and nothing else. Probably I can buy even something to drink and something to eat. I see some people over there. Probably they are selling something. I guess I can chill for a bit and then I'll head back. It's going to be interesting after this long walk. And there's another waterfall. Someone told me that the town had more waterfalls than people. That could probably be true. But that there are 3 houses, that's not true at all. And of course, it couldn't be that easy. God damn it. I might go here. I'm sorry, but I can't go that way. I know I'm not supposed to do that, but look, it seems that everybody did that. It's just impossible to go that way. Look, there's no way. You will see better when we are down there. You see? These merely steps of dirt and mud. That wasn't on any blog. There's of course a store selling some stuff. Okay, so in the 3 houses place there's a bit more. There's a toilet, there's a museum, and there's a kiosk. They don't have that many things. For example, they don't have bottled water, but they sell drinks and some snacks, even coffee. And they told me that there's a tap here in the bathroom where I can get water. I hope the guy understood that I want drinkable water. So I'm thinking that maybe I had enough. This last part was really hard and going up is not going to get any easier. So I'm thinking that maybe if I can talk to someone that could take us back to the starting town, maybe someone is going there, maybe we can get to Jornovik and pick up the car. I know what's the odds of someone going there, but yeah, maybe someone would like to help us. Yeah, we rely on people's willingness at this point, because yeah, going back is going to be tough. So we were over there and someone took us here, but I don't know if we are going to be able to find another ride. We have to keep asking people. So yeah, I think the idea will be to just hike the way back to get the car, because we can't find anyone that's going to take us there. So basically the only thing we did so far was just go backwards, because this town is 1 kilometer farther than where we were before. So yeah, but yeah, I prefer to get going, because right now there's no fog, there's no wind, it's not cold, there's sun, it's warm, it's hot. So I want to make the most of the daylight. If I stay there waiting for someone to go to the beach where we were before, then I might spend a lot of hours, and if I can't find anyone, then it's going to get later, and yeah, and the later it gets, it's hard to get someone to take you there. We were also considering going to one of the intermediate towns, but the problem is that once you get to those towns, it's harder to find someone to pick you up. One thing is to stop people that's going to the parking lot and be able to talk to them, and a way different thing is to be next to the road and expecting someone to stop for you. And we are right on the other side. We were there. From here is about 1 kilometer. I guess the lesson is that if you're going to do a 6 kilometers hike, be ready to go back, especially when there's there's no public transport at the end, at the other side. I knew what I was signing for when I decided to do the hike, so I'll just hike my way back. And here we go again. We'll have to climb this fucking thing and then start with the hike. I can't believe I did all that. I think I came all that way from that side. Oh yeah, of course, because we were closer to the waterfall. All right, let's do it. Most noticeable change since we went down is that the mud is a bit drier because of the sun. But I'm already tired. This is going to be a beach. For fuck's sakes. Okay, this is going to be your last view because I really need to speed up. It feels a bit easier once you've done it before. At least you know where to take, which rocks you can use. I'm taking basically the same path, just on the opposite way. I'm still trying to be careful, especially on rocks, but I hope this to be mostly the same. Just trace back my steps. As you can see, the weather is shifting fast. Over there is mostly clouds, and it's getting a bit more chilly now. So we should try to hurry up. So far, I feel like it's been a bit easier than today. The mud is a bit drier. It feels like the currents of water are maybe a bit less. So there are some challenging parts, but so far we have made some nice progress until now. Oh, over there. I think that if I have to give an advice, I would start the hike from this side and go to the other side hiking. And if you have someone to hike with and you both can drive and you don't care about doing it together, your friend can drop you here. He can or she can go to the other side and start the hike. You exchange the car keys in the middle of the way, and then the first person, and then when one of you is done, pick up the other one. That way you don't have to hike both ways. You will be doing just one. That could be an idea if you don't want to do 6 kilometers one way, 6 kilometers the other way. In my case, I didn't have a choice. I don't have anyone else that could drive me, so yeah. But if you have that possibility, if you both are driving and you don't care about taking photos and you are just here for the sport and the fun, then you can do that. Second hill, check. There's one more. We have to go through this field. We have to hike one more hill, and then we will be at the top where I had lunch. And from there it's all downhill. Exactly 1 hour, and we already hike the hills. Now it should be a bit more flat. We have that hill there, but I think the worst have passed so far. Yeah, they already passed. Despite the hills, it still feels a bit easier than the way here. It's like the mud dry, it's like it gives you more options. It's weird. It feels like, you know, they are far, but still they look big. I don't know if it's an visual effect or I'm just already hallucinating because of how tired I am. I believe we must get to the top over there. I think you might be able to see the trail there. I'm pointing right. Maybe like I don't know if it's visible. But yeah, still a long way to go. I don't know if you can see the trail I was trying to show you, but I completely failed at it. There you can see it. There, right in the middle, and then to the left. And we are here, and we are back to the spot. You probably remember it. It's simple, incredible, truly beautiful. So now we'll get there to the top and we will see the other side. So soon we will do the last hike up. All my batteries are running low, including my own battery, so I hope I can finish this quickly. The first time it took me 2 hours and a half to get to the top, and so far I'm at 85 minutes, so I might get it done a bit faster, but let's see how it is from here to the top. I remember some challenging parts when going down, so let's see. I almost made it. Holy shit. And took me 1 hour 36 minutes. 1 hour shorter. Not bad. Knowing the path makes a difference, and the soil being drier also helps a lot. The wind up here is insane, and now you can look all around without the fog. This is great. Now we have to go down, but we made it. We're just halfway there. Maybe with a bit of luck, 1 more hour and I will be at the car. I really need to rest now that I have the full view. This is amazing. Today was a bit foggy, if you remember, and you couldn't see everything, but now you can appreciate this 360. Look how funny how they jump on the rocks. I see that many times in movies, but never in real life. Look at them. Just a bit more. There you can see the roadway, the one that we took today, and the town is down there. You cannot see it, but yeah, a bit below. We are really, really close. Look at that. We are back at 57. This was the spot where I knew what that meant. And that means that we're really close. There's the beach. That's where everything began. And finally we can see the town again. And there's the door. I can't believe it. I'm so fucking happy. Seeing these doors is always a good sign. I'm getting closer and closer. Fuck yeah. There's the town. Probably less than 1 kilometer away. And I hope the car is still there. I can't believe I made it. I will be able to rest. I really need a shower. I have a nice meal and something fresh to drink. I will give you my final time soon. But I calculate in about around 3 hours. So I managed to do it at least 1 hour sooner, 1 hour and a half sooner. But I'll check the time on my watch and I will let you know. It's 7 p.m. sharp. Alright, incredible. I made it in 2 hours 40. So I guess the vlogs are right. You can do it in 2 hours 30. But I guess those guys don't stop ever to rest or anything. And I stopped for a bit a few times. But yeah, pretty cool. I was able to drop my time for 2 hours. Yeah, 2 hours. Nice. Now I can rest. Good morning, everybody. Today we are taking it easy. As you probably noticed, we are looking around Torshavn. We visited a museum and now we are looking at the second part of the museum, which is the open air. We already had breakfast and yeah, today it's an easy day just to recover from yesterday's hike, which was insane. Despite the forecast, today we have a sunny day. There are almost 13 degrees, so it's warm. When there's wind, it can get a bit chilly, but when there's no wind, it can get pretty warm. But yeah, we're enjoying this. Oh, I just noticed that there are some QRs along the way. I've been missing them. Yeah, I guess this is all about getting an idea of how people used to live. Oh, not everything is open. So yeah, the inside part wasn't that interesting. There is some general culture about geology and history and ice age. Then they have a small part about the Faroe Islands. That was a bit more interesting, especially because you get to know the story. And now we're looking a bit to their heritage. This is actually nicer, or at least for me it is. Nice. So this feels like a hike already. Oh, I wasn't looking forward to this. Whoa, people were tiny back then. Yeah, I guess this is it. Someone made a fire there. I wouldn't be happy about that. What else? What else we have here? Oh, yeah, they are really small. I wonder how far off I see this one going. I see a trail, so probably, yeah, so that means we are allowed to go this way. I'm just curious on what we're going to see. But if there's no fence, that means you're allowed to go. Some of the things that I've been seeing remind me a lot to the Vikings TV show. Mainly the scenes with the hills, the sea, the fields, the type of houses, all wooden. Oh, I guess this just takes to the shoreline. There's like a pier there. Maybe this is the end of the museum. Yep, this is probably to take your boat and take it into the water, your sail or whatever. Yeah, okay, I guess this is it. Let's go back to the museum. I think this might be pretty much it. Also, this is the Høyviksgardur. Okay, let me see what my ticket says. So that's that. Yeah. So all those red houses are things that we can visit. Green one is the route and yellow are the path, the walking path. My legs are so sore that even with the softer heel, they hurt. This is like the workshop. Oh, yeah, I'm going to feel this one. Oh, I can really feel the pain in my knees and my low legs, my calf. Those are the ones that are hurting the most. I should have stretched yesterday after the hike. You always remember to stretch after you do exercise, but I guess I never thought on hiking as an exercise, even though it kind of is. This is really nice. Odd thing is that no one has checked my ticket. According to the museum, when you come here you need to show the ticket, but no one has asked for it. And this is open air. There was no gate or anything where you could scan it. So I guess you can come here for free and then you will have to pay the other museum. Or maybe they just say we include it, but actually you can just visit it on your own. Probably no one cares. More hill. Ah. They are communicating, maybe planning how to take over humanity. So the next step is to see some waterfall. It's inside the city or a bit outside the city, but in the torshavn area. So we are going to head there. I have to go back to the museum, pick up the car. I don't know anything about those waterfalls. I just saw them on Google Maps and thought, yeah, why not? Because they are right there. If I need to hike, I won't see them. So the next clip is going to be either me looking at the waterfalls or either me telling you I had to hike. So yeah, won't happen. Guess what? You get to see the waterfalls because they are right there and the car is just parked over there. Just a simple walk. See how the weather is changing. It's getting colder. Just an hour ago we had about 13-14 degrees and now it feels a bit more like 10. According to the weather it's around 12, but I think it's a bit colder than that. The ones from yesterday were nicer and bigger and everything, but this one is quite nice actually. This is like level 0 hike. By the way, it's called Svartafoss waterfall. Maybe if I hike that way to the top, I could know what's the source of the water, but yeah, I'm not going to do it. This is the closest I'll get. I'm trying to get a bit closer through the bushes, although it's full of some kind of wasp or bee. I dropped the car. I'm going to continue on foot. This is the booking or Airbnb. I got it through Booking, but it looks more like an Airbnb. There are shared toilets and there are like a common room and kitchen, and yeah, there are just 2 toilets. It's the most inconvenient thing. 2 toilets for about 8 rooms, 9 rooms. I think there are 8. So it can be a bit crowded sometimes. Last thing of the day is going to be the lighthouse. It's called the Scansea Lighthouse. From here is about 6 minutes walking. So yeah, I'm going to end the day with that. It's around 6:30. I'm going to take a look at that and then I'm going to head back. I need to edit a few videos, and today is my relaxed day, the easy day, so it's a good chance to just do that. So here we are, the lighthouse, and it seems that we are over a fortress too. I was reading that the fortress was built to repel Turkish pirates, and after this fort 2 more were built to strengthen the island. I don't know if the other 2 forts are still standing. This is one of them, and you can see that there are even some cannons. Well, of course those are from Second World War. And there's the lighthouse. Maybe I can find another angle because with the sun it's too bright. Let's just go around, see if there's something else. I think I can see the shape of the fortress. Yeah, it's like the star shape that we have seen in other places. Not here in Faroe, but if you have watched my videos, you will probably recognize some of the other fortress that we have visited. They built it like that because they could see from the corners on all directions and they wouldn't leave any blind spot. Yeah, they don't want people to go on the roof. Probably some people got confused and they thought that the fortress continued on the roof. I don't think there's much more to see. Yeah, there are no signs around, but I'm pretty sure that I read in the museum that they were Second World War. These are probably to hit airplanes, like artillery. Maybe also to hit ships, I'm not really sure. Not an expert in that matter. And here there's the second one. So only 2 left. They could use some maintenance. They loaded their rounds here, then they would close this. It was ready to fire. I wonder from which country that ship is. Looks like a warship. Looks like the ones that the US Navy has. So now I'm going to call it a day. I'm just going to chill in at the Airbnb, and I'll need to figure what I'm going to do tomorrow. I still don't have any concrete plans, so yeah, I'll need to figure that. Good morning, everybody. We started the day on the road and we just did a coffee stop, and now we're going to continue to a town. Supposedly the town has a sunny day, and that's why we decided to go there. Here in the Faroes, you kind of figure what to do each day, or you choose a destination based on how the weather is looking. And we have finally arrived to Jov. Has a hard to spell name, but here we are. There are a few trails that we can take. We can go first to a viewpoint. I think then we can go down, and then we can take the hiking trail, and then we will look a bit around the town. There are about 50 people living here, more or less. So I guess it's a small town, a small village. This is probably going to be one of the easiest hikes. I can see some kids over there, and there are some pretty nice cliffs also. So first stop, this view. Some cliffs, rocks, the sea. According to the weather forecast, it should be sunny here, but we didn't get any sun. Maybe a bit later. As you can see, it's all muddy here. It's full of mud because all the people come here to look at those birds. They're called puffins. It sounds like muffin, but no, it's not a muffin. It's puffins, and they are a bird that can be seen here in the Faroes and in Iceland. We have a tour booked in Iceland to see them. They are really, really small. Maybe I can make a close-up with the iPhone. I don't know if you can see it, but all those birds flying, those are puffins. They are going to that hill and they are flying around and going back. Now you can hear them. Yeah, puffins are a highlight. Everybody wants to see them. Maybe once we are up there, we have a better view. Oh, my ankle is still sore. I have a pain right here. That's because of the lack of a proper shoe. I should have wear a bit of a higher hiking boots that at least cover also this part up to here. And that would have protected my ankle. The other day on the tough hike, I kind of twisted a bit and now it's a bit sore. There aren't that many places where you can see those birds. One is this town, and the other is on an island called Mikins or something similar. But we won't be able to go to that island because I couldn't get any ferry, and some trails are closed, so it didn't sound like like possible to go, and if part of the island is closed, then it beats a bit the purpose. And I'm not really that interested because I already have the tour booked in Iceland, and that's going to be a good chance to see them from really close. It's going to be guided, but at least you get to see them. So I was checking them up. There are quite a few things. There are even a hotel, a camping spot, toilets, quite a few views, and a few hiking trails. It seems that the town is one of the oldest, from the 1500s, and they believe that it might be even older than that. You know, the town or the village is important when you read that there's a bus coming here. Not that many towns and villages have public transport, so yep. Oh, and by the way, the town name comes from this, from the gorge, which means the same. So George, yeah, the name of this town means gorge. This looks slippery. Everything that's green is always suspicious. This is like dark green, and then this is like green. I can tell you that my feet are really slippery. Over there are the oyster catchers. You have probably seen them in one of my previous videos, and I told you about them. Closer, although they are already moving. Yeah, they get scared really easily. You can never get close to them. Okay, let's go to the third part of the visit to the town, which is going to be the hiking trail. I have to walk really slow. There's the cafe, but still closed. I know, what time? Does it open? Yeah, it's really closed. Part 3, the hike. It's funny to see how many people loses their gloves. I've been seeing gloves in every hiking trail, sometimes even 2 and 3. Yesterday I even saw a helmet. That was a first. And of course, nothing can be easy. I really don't want to fall today. I already fall 2 times and got covered in mud. I don't want that to happen again. Not today. That probably happened between people walking and rain. You can see how everything got washed out. Wash out? Yeah, I think that's the right word. I will hold into this thing. Maybe I can go. Yeah, I can go this way. There we go. All right, I got this. There you have those chickens. Sorry, I mean puffins. They don't look like a chicken. Well, actually, they look like a small penguin. Maybe this is going to be a new type of door, a new type of gate. I really think they like to innovate. This feels like too fancy. I'm surprised I didn't have to pay for this. I mean, someone put the effort in putting the stairs and the cords and everything. This is already no hike. This is like just climbing stairs. Doesn't mean it's not going to be challenging. Oh fuck, I'm already tired. I bet it used to be like this without the stairs. Maybe the condition maybe the condition was so bad at some point and they had to put the stairs. Maybe they will ask for a fee at the top. I find really weird that they are not charging to do this one. Okay, let's see what view we get. This is incredible. It smells terrible. It smells like food for the goats, but it smells really bad. This is getting tougher and tougher. I see people barely moving over there. Maybe the path is getting really bad. I'm not sure. Oh look, there's another way. I wonder why they stop. That's never a good sign. So let me tell you something. The path was quite alright. People were stopping because the hike gets intense. I'm really tired. I don't understand how this was a 20 minutes hike. I would say it is at least 1 hour, 1 hour and a half. Okay, I will need my 2 hands here, just as a precaution. All right, I made it. Ah, nice. Spectacular. Many people, they just use those things and they cross over, but I don't think you are supposed to do that. That's why there's a fence. I think this is just for the landowners to cross.
Gosh.
Yeah, I think I'm going with you. Where are you from?
Finland.
Finland.
Lapland.
Ah, yeah. I hear like a similar accent to Hungarian, so I thought that maybe... I was told that Finnish and Hungarian are similar. So that was the hardest part. Now it's all flat. I really think we shouldn't be here. But the stairs are a bit suspicious. I'm really warm now. I can feel my clothing getting stick to my body. Some sheep are really used to people. I just passed by one that barely moved. The weather is turning a bit shitty. I can feel drizzle in my face. Really thin rain. On the first hike that I did in Faroe, the rain was so light that you couldn't feel it on your face, but your hair was all wet. And I promise you it wasn't sweat. I didn't sweat on the first hike to the lighthouse. I've been in really humid environments and that didn't happen to me. I think that people over there, they are just going way too far. I still can't believe that this is free. Once I'm back to the town, I'm going to ask. Something interesting about the ships. I was wrong in one of my videos before. I said that like 1/3 were people. Like if there are 30,000 people living in the island, 90,000 are sheep. Well, it's actually twice. It's still quite incredible. And half of those ships are private and the other half are by farmers. And so many people raise and sheep for their consumption. They raise them and they eat them. I think this is one of the flattest surface I've walked, and I don't see where we are supposed to go back. So I'm just going to head where that people is, where the people are, and go from there. Now the drizzle is strong enough to feel it in my face. I can't see the path anymore. I see some steps there, so I'm going to try to go there. We were up there before, but down here I can see some steps again. I'll take those. So I was checking the old trails app just to stop making assumptions, and it seems that I'm doing okay-ish. I'm not that far from the path. I mean, I'm not on the path, but If I continue this way, I will go back to the path. I guess that clears all the doubts that I had. I guess you're supposed to be, you can be here and everything. So okay, we're safe. And here's the path. I can just tell you one thing. The path that I took is pretty okay, but the people that were going up, that's not okay. That's already off the trail, off the path. When you arrive to the Faroe, at the place where we rented the car, they give you some stuff, they give you some papers. They gave me a map and they gave me some general rules and advice. And one says that like you're not allowed to leave the path, it's private property, the farmer can get mad, blah blah blah. And so yeah, they are going way farther. That's why I hesitated a lot about coming this way, and I only did it because the people that I asked, they told me it should be fine. That's why there's a stair. Here we are. The old trails up is awesome. Gate. Rustic sign, but clear. See how the weather is shifting. We can't see the peaks of the mountains anymore as good as we saw them before. Weather here is so crazy. Yesterday we weren't supposed to have sun and we had sun. Today we weren't supposed to have rain and we have rain. They should just synchronize the days, like do opposite to what the forecast is saying. Overall, I think this was an easy hike. There are some parts, maybe one or two parts that were a bit challenging, but I would say that overall it was quite easy. I'm almost there. I can already see the gate. And here's the gate. And I'm out. I like this mechanism because it closes by itself. So far this is the gate that I like the most. They should make all their gates like this. I think I made it. I think I managed to finish the hike without falling. With the rain it's going to get more and more slippery. So I'm glad I started early. So far starting early turned out to be good. Weather has been changing a lot after midday. The only day that it was really a pain was the first one, when we went to the lighthouse. That was really bad, all day long. Finally I'm done with this. I quite enjoy it though. I like doing these hikes. I know I complain, but I must admit that I enjoy them. I have an extra pair of pants. I brought some shorts, so I'm going to change because now it's getting humid too. Actually, when I left the Airbnb this morning, I was wearing the shorts, but when we arrived to this town, it was pretty cold, so I had to put my jeans on, and now I have to change again. That's how the weather is. That gives you a good idea. We started over there today. Now we're going this way. It's starting to pour rain, so I'm going to go to the car and take cover there. And now it's sunny and warm. So there's a restaurant nearby, just 5 minutes walking. I'll have a lunch there. Oh, and I changed clothes. Now I'm wearing my shorts. This is a nice surprise. Fully booked for the day. I'm going to ask, but yeah. Well, I asked, but yeah, everything is full. They don't have that many tables. They have about 20 tables, and they said that they have really big groups, 30, 40, 50 people. So that's it. Nothing to do. This is also a hotel. They have a souvenir shop, and they have also restrooms. and they gave some options there, some places where you can go, but they are bullshit places. They are just a couple cafes and gas stations. And I don't mean anything bad with that, but if you want a real meal and not something quick, yeah, that's it. This is everything you get here. I'm really disappointed because this is like it's a remote location. It's not like you are in the middle of the city and you expect that many people to be there. So yeah, it's really disappointing. Really disappointing. So it is what it is. I guess I will walk a bit more the town because I've been from the stream to the left. I thought this was going to be the perfect place to try some local fish. I checked the menu and they have some stuff that sounded promising. They even have fish soup and stuff like that. I'm not a big fan of fish, but if I'm here, I would like to try it. But yeah, not today. I'll have to find some other place. Sometimes when you do spontaneous things, you find these kind of things. So yeah, bad luck. They have a soccer field here. I think every place we were, they had a soccer field. Even the smallest town or village had a soccer field. There are three things in common in every place, every village, and it's a church, a cemetery, and a soccer field. They are really small though, but yeah, they are there. I wonder if you could swim here. Maybe you can refresh yourself, swim for a bit, freeze to death. And now let's go to the other side. Yeah, by the way, I'm not looking for another restaurant. I know there's no other restaurant in the whole area. That's why they were advising to go to a gas station or to a cafe. There's a church. But it's not that old, it's from 1930. Let's see if we can enter the church. I don't think I've seen a church yet since we arrived. Oh, it's closed. Look at that lady, she lived more than 100 years. There are actually quite a few that lived more than 100 years. I guess if you live here, the only thing you do is walk, breathe pure air, eat healthy, walk a lot, move a lot. There's no much more to see. There's some camping area over there. There's like a little park here. Let's take a look. Oh, new kind of gate. This is like a lever. Wow, you see? They like to be creative. Okay, let's see. Oh, actually, there are some kids and I guess their mother. Yeah, I have no idea what it says here. Okay, so I found out this is a memorial to people that died from this city in multiple ways. For example, some people fell, some people died working or fishing, some other people died on different ships that sank, others died abroad, others yeah, I mean there are a lot of reasons. So I think that's it for the little town of Gorge, and let's hit the road. Look at what people did here with their entrance. I wonder if all this means something. So the idea was to go to a town nearby that has a restaurant, but unfortunately, I don't know if you can see it, but there it says that the road is closed, so we can't go there. Only farmers and workers are allowed. So yeah, I guess the destiny is that we will eat at the gas station today. This other town was only 20 minutes away. Although there are more towns along the way, so we might get lucky. So there were a few developments. We found another road to the restaurant that supposedly had the road blocked. So we're going there. It's in that direction. And coincidentally, that's the waterfall that we saw the other day when we were going to do the long hike. Just from a different perspective. And the other day we were able to see just the first part of the waterfall. Now you can actually see the second part of it, the higher part. The view is just incredible. So we're in Ljosa or something like that. It's a really small village, and I think the highlight is the restaurant. It's a small place, but it looks promising. It has really good reviews. So let's see. Hello. So, catching up, we had lunch. That place was simple, incredible. The only thing is that you have to book in advance. The owner is really nice. It's like a home kitchen, so she would prepare everything fresh there. So not all the items in the menu are available. If you go there without notice, without making reservations in advance, she might offer you some dish that she can quickly make. But the food was amazing. We got really lucky because we told her that we really wanted to try the salmon. First she said no because she had people coming and she already counted that reservation, and we didn't have a reservation. So she only offered fish and chips and some chicken pasta, but we really wanted the salmon. The salmon is something that you have to try here in the Faroe, the fish. And yeah, we told her that since she was by herself, she needed to clean the table, she needed to cook and prepare the meal for other people that made reservations. We told her like, okay, take your time, we are not in a rush. And she said, okay, let me see what I can do. And yeah, she was able to make one salmon and one fish and chips, so we got to try two of the main dishes that she serves, and they were both delicious. The sauce that came with the salmon was the best part of the salmon. So we left really happy, really satisfied with the meal. And now we cross the island and we came to the next island, which is Vagar. We were supposed to come here tomorrow, but since we still have time, we decided to come today. And the thing is that you have so many things to see in Vagar that we thought it was a good idea to come earlier. We are in the closest point that we had. We didn't want to go too deep into the island. We will do that tomorrow. We came to one of the closest points and we are going to see the Witch's Finger Trail. Okay, so let me tell you a bit about this trail. This trail is taking us to the Troll Konu Finger. It's a witch finger or troll woman's finger, something like that. And it's a 313 meters monolith. So we have 1.4 kilometers there. It's going to be about 20 minutes walk. It seems to be pretty much flat, and then we will have to go back, so it's another 20 minutes. I don't think I showed you before, but those are fish farms. I just asked some people, and it seems that they couldn't see the witch's finger. Maybe the fog is already too low. I have a bad feeling the fog is probably going to cover it. This has been by far the easiest hike, like level 0. So that's where it should have been, right next to that small rock on the sea, but it's not visible. Let me show you. You can see that must be the finger, that one there. That's a small rock there. see, small rock, finger, but the finger is not visible because of the fog. So yeah, damn it. I guess this is it. I want to peek into the abandoned house. I thought about going in, but I saw some items that looked a bit new, like someone is using that as shelter. And it's raining more and more. I really want to get to the car. This is the first day that the rain caught me outside. I'm already soaking. It's a really light rain, but it's enough. The wind makes everything worse. Good morning, everybody. We are back to Vagar, and here I want to show you something. That cliff that you see there, that's what we were supposed to see yesterday, the witch's finger. So we didn't see it yesterday, but we see it today from the distance. So this must be the entrance, and I think this is a paid hike. But we will see. If there's no one, that means that's free. Oh yeah, there's someone.
Hey.
Hello.
Okay. I can give you a small explanation outside. You see footpath is here. Just follow that. You will come to the first viewpoint. You can go this way. You can also go the left side up on hill to viewpoint 2, where this picture is taken.
All right.
It's marking viewpoint 2. Continue to the top footpath end here, but you just walk on the grass area down to number 3, see Waterfall Lake, and go back this way, same way home again. It's also possible to go down to the lake and out here if you like. Number 3 point is same as this one here. So man walk here all the way down to the nose.
Yeah.
Then you can see Sister Waterfall Lake.
How long is it?
3.5 kilometers each way, so 1 hour each way. But this part here is a bad condition. We have some construction machines, so please try to find a way around here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Have a nice day.
Bye. So I hope it's worth it, because it was really expensive. 200 crowns, about 25 euros, to see, to enter this hiking. It's more like a hiking field, because there are multiple paths going to different viewpoints. We are just going to do one because we have a busy schedule today. We want to do a few more hikes. This is the first one. It's going to be about 1 hour. 1 hour one way, 1 hour back, another hour, and then there are other shorter hikes that we need to do today. So if I try to see each of the viewpoints in this place, it will take me each 1 hour. So yeah, it will be like 6 hours total. In case you didn't notice, that's a lake, and over there there's the sea. And we are going to go all the way to the top of that hill. The airport is right there. That's where we are going to be on Friday. We need to catch a very early morning flight. I think it's departing at around 6, so that means we need to be at 4 at the airport at least. Although it's a really small airport. It has only 2 gates. It's a really small building. So maybe if I'm there 1 hour before, it should be fine. So we are getting closer. I don't have much to update because the path was pretty much the same. So yeah, it's pretty boring. It's been a really easy trail so far. No ups and or downs, just flat like this. If this continues like this, if the path continues like this, I'll probably show you once we are over there. We are 37 minutes in. We are reaching the base of the hill and the sun is shining. Supposedly it's going to start raining in about 20-30 minutes. We were expecting rain after midday, but the official weather app is saying that it's going to start to rain at 10. There are two apps that are, or two web pages, both are official, and they both report the weather, but they always report different conditions. So we don't know which to listen to. And sometimes one is accurate and the other doesn't. And sometimes they are both accurate and sometimes both are wrong. I don't want to be on the same position as yesterday where it started to rain and I was soaked. So today I packed my waterproof clothing. The day is just starting and I'm not planning to go back to torshavn. So yep. So a warning in multiple languages about loose rocks, and that could mean that you would fall, that you could fall. So they are advising precaution. It seems that we are at the base of the cliff. So from here it's going to be way up to see, to get the view, to get to the viewpoint. Oh wow. These cliffs are no joke. If you remember on the time we were yesterday, many people fell from the cliff and died. So yeah, we need to approach with care and be careful. Wow, impressive. The guy at the ticket office told us that there were a few trails closed. That's one. There's some construction going, and the other one was the path that was going next to the lake. It looks like at least here they are investing on making the trails better. So at least you see that your money is being well invested. I mean, at least they are charging for something. Here is a bit shittier, but still doable. Walking on the grass is way better than following the trail. I'm sure this has gravel, but I want to take a look. Yeah, it looks more like dirt than gravel. Holy shit. This is the view from the top. You can see nothing on the horizon. Only those small islands that for sure they belong to the Faroe, because there's nothing else around. There's supposed to be nothing else around. Impressive. Oh wow. It's around 10:30 and it didn't start raining. So I guess the app that I was using is not right. The other one feels a bit more accurate. Oof, these people are risky. Look at that guy, how close he is. See how crowded it is now. Why do people park like that? What the fuck? And to give you an idea, it's 11:05, so people come here way later. This is the second stop of the day, and we are going to see the Mole of Azur waterfalls. Mulafossur. Yeah, that's the right name. It's only 300 meters away, so it's going to be an easy one. Just 20 minutes walking back and forth. We are 57 kilometers away from torshavn or torshavn. I don't know why people says torshavn, because it means like Tors port, torshavn, haven is port. So I'm not really sure why they call it torshavn. I believe that's the viewing point. We'll go there first, and then we'll make a right and see what's there. But first the viewing point. From there we'll have a front view or side view of the waterfall. And there you have it, the waterfall. I think the highlight here is not just the waterfall, but everything combination. The cliff, the hill, the mountain, the town, the fields, the sea. It looks like there are some boat tours here. Thank you. I don't think we will see much more from here, but yeah, let's try. 100% sure that the best view of the waterfall was from the point where we were before. This is just going to take us closer to the cliff. Some people are really risky. Oh, they are taking photos of the puffins. Now I see. They are really close. Oof. God damn it. The wind changed direction and brought all the waterfall water over us. There are a bunch more here. I finally got some decent shots of the puffins. And look, there are cows. This is my first time seeing cows. I thought they didn't have any here. The puffins must be comfortable around people because they were not flying away. I was really close in the shot that I showed you before, and they just stay. We were like 5 people taking photos. I thought that every time someone approached they would fly away, but no, they stay. They were our models. I think they like it actually. It looks like a proud bird. It looks like the fence is electrified. You could see there the batteries. They are like car batteries. I see many people going to town, but the only thing on the town is our parking and toilets. So maybe some people left the car there. The next point in the schedule is opposite to where we are. We kind of need to go back. I think this was the farthest point we had to reach today. Look at this. It must be so cold and so snowy sometimes that they have a storage for salt in the street. I've seen those many times, but none of them said salt. Plans for the day are almost over, so I'm trying to fill it up the day a bit. And it started to rain, so we can't do any more hikes today. So we're looking at this church, and as I told you before, church, cemetery, Now we need only to find the entrance to where I try all doors and it should be open. It opens from 2 to 4. I have to try one more door. Oh, there we go. There's more room upstairs. First time I see this. It's all wooden. The church is from 1917. And you see, soccer field. I told you, soccer field, cemetery, church. That's the pattern. It's the same in every town, in every city. They are not always next to each other, but the three are in each town, village, hamlet, city, whatever. I think I forgot to record it, but before coming to the church I was in a restaurant which had really good food, and it's a place where they used to dry fish, so they have a whole history there, and explain everything, and they have really cool photos inside, and the most important, the food was delicious. I found a naked woman hiding. She's hiding from something. I'm hiding from the rain. I will get back to the church before I get more wet. It's the same kind of rain that we got yesterday, where in a few minutes I got soaked. And from there I think I'm going to grab the car. This weather makes everything harder. Good morning everybody. Today is my last day at the Faroe Islands and I'm going to take it easy. I was supposed to take a boat, but it was cancelled due to weather conditions. So I'm going to that cafe called Paname Cafe. I'm going to get a coffee and get breakfast there. And then we'll see what we are going to do. We spent like an hour in there. We had breakfast and we checked the souvenir shop. There's like a big bookstore that has souvenirs and many other things. And yeah, now it's time to see if the car is fully charged. We rented a really basic car, but since they ran out of basic cars, they gave me a free upgrade, so I ended up having an electric car. So now I have to check it if it's charged. It's been a bit inconvenient. There are no charging points everywhere. I guess they are just barely starting with that. So yeah, the upgrade felt a bit like a downgrade. Okay, let's see how it's going. Oh, 100%. Cool. So it took 1 hour 27 to charge to 100%. Yeah, now I can just unplug it. I just dropped the car at the Airbnb. So yeah, I'm going to walk the city a bit. I'm going to visit a pastry that has good reviews, and from there we'll see. The sun is coming out. Too bad I didn't book the boat for the afternoon, because probably it would go out. So yeah, unfortunately the boats in the morning were cancelled due to the weather conditions, but it seems that as we go through the day the weather is going to improve. So yeah, I guess I will have to do that some other time if I ever come back to the Faroe. I got this map at the tourist office, but I think I saw pretty much everything. I'm trying to look for anything that I could have missed, but yeah, I think I visited everything. So yeah, I don't think I have much left to see. So I figure what I'm going to do today. I realized that I haven't tried any beer from Faroe, so we found the brewery about 20 minutes walking. So we're going to go there. That's also why I don't have the car. Well, actually it's a good opportunity because I don't have the car and I don't have to drive, so I can drink as much as I want, which is probably going to be 2 beers because I can't handle more than that, but it's going to be enough for a good taste of some local beer and brew here. I think the place is a bit outside the city, but should be perfectly walkable. So I just made an unexpected stop. I was passing by the mall and they have the bakery close to the street, and the smell was so good that I couldn't resist. I had to stop for a pastry. I got some almond pastry and it looks really good and smells delicious. Holy shit, this is big. It's good, it's tasty. A bit dry, I think, but it's good. It doesn't have any filling, or maybe a thin layer of cinnamon. Second stop of the day. We'll try to see if we can get the t-shirt of their national team. This is the soccer field. I think it will be a nice souvenir for myself, especially because I was told that their t-shirt is not easy to find. It's really hard to find anywhere else if it's not in the Faroe Islands. Okay, let's see. I think I need an M size. Here. I got my t-shirt, but before leaving I wanted to see the stadium. I can't believe that it's open. Wow, cool. I guess I use sheep to cut the grass. I think I can even kick the ball. I'm going to do it. When in life would I have another chance to kick the ball on an official first league stadium? So I just want to do it for the experience. Stadiums are usually closed, so I'm really surprised that this one was open for anyone to get in and kick the ball and whatever. They usually take very good care of the field, especially because it's always tricky and takes a lot of time. But I guess no one cares here. They are probably playing not that many games. But yeah, every time I visited a stadium it was always closed, and they were really restricting the spot where you could walk on the field. For example, when I visited the Munich soccer field, they didn't allow you on the field, and when I visited the Barcelona soccer field, they would only allow you to walk in a really small part of the field. I was looking for prices at the hotel here, just out of curiosity, because it's not in the city center and it's a bit far out. I think here we are about 15 minutes walking from the city center, and it's 300 euros a night. It's ridiculous expensive. I think we are almost there. Could be because I see a lot of stores. I think it's more an open air mall for home stuff, like the kind of IKEA and yeah. Okay, according to Google, it's here somewhere on the left, not too far. Yeah, I couldn't cross there. I have to go back. Oh, there it is. That one, the one that called Oi. To me, it's a weird place for a brewery. Yeah, I'm a bit early here, but it's okay. Oh, they also have a shop. We can check the shop first. It smells funny. Oh, and of course they had the merchandising. Now I get why it's so far off. This is, you're actually drinking and eating on the factory. This is really cool. I think this is the first time that I come to a brewery where they actually making the beer on the same place. I've been to many places but where they serve draft beer, but I think this is the first time where I'm drinking beer on the actual factory without counting Guinness or Heineken experience. Very nice. I got beer number 2, the Oinoi, which is their traditional one. So I got some beef and potato salad too that will go with the beer. Look at this meat, it's like butter. You can just separate it. You don't even need the knife. So this was the Oi brewery. The food was delicious and the beer was really good. We couldn't be more happy. They had a great service, there was good Wi-Fi, clean toilets, but really the highlight was the food and the beer. This place really delivered. It's 25 minutes walking from the city center, so it's not that far, and if you are with your car, you have plenty of parking. There are parkings everywhere. But I think it's really cool too that you were drinking right in the brewery. I think I mentioned that before. I think that was really cool. I didn't expect that at all. I guess it makes sense that it's a bit far or distance from the city. I think now we're going back to the city center. In case you're wondering why I'm not going to hike, it is because I don't feel fit anymore for it. I'm still sore, so no more hikes on Faroe. And tomorrow I'm leaving, so I don't want to risk getting injured or something on the last day. My flight is going to depart at 6 a.m. tomorrow, so that means I need to be at the airport at least 4:40ish. So it's going to be we need to wake up at 3 a.m. It's going to be 1 hour from the Airbnb to the airport. Oh crap, I thought I could go here, but it doesn't look like it. I think there's a fence. Oh great, and now I'm in private property. Incredibly, I found a forest in the city. This is the most amount of trees I've seen so far. What is this? Oh, trash can. I think I'm going to the Airbnb to rest for a while. And maybe a bit later I will go to get a drink at the city. I haven't checked any of the bars in the city center, so I think that's going to be a good idea to wrap up Faroe. Good morning everybody. It's 4:30 in the morning and we are saying goodbye to the Faroe. So I dropped the car charging and now I need to return the keys. There's some self-checkout box or self-drop-in box. I need to get to the terminal and then go to the right. Oh, and by the way, the terminal is still closed. I tried to get in, but yeah, I guess they won't open until 2 hours before the first flight, which is probably my flight. was easy. Today we're flying with Atlantic Airways. Our flight departs at 7:45. It's going to be a short flight. It's about 1 hour and 30 minutes. I'm not a weather expert, but based on the conditions that I can see, I would say that my flight won't be delayed or anything. The day that I arrived, I was told that some flights were cancelled the day before because the weather was terrible. So there were not incoming or departing flights. God damn it. I was looking at what time the airport opens, and it seems they open at 7. There's an official page. So yeah, we'll be here for at least 1 hour and a half. So the first bit of information was the right one. It opens 1 hour and a half before the first flight, and not at 7 like the webpage says. This is a really small terminal, as you can see. There's nothing that you can do. You have security, just a few desks, and that's it. What do I want? Cappuccino. Yeah, as you can see, there are only 2 gates. Gate 1 is over there, and there's gate 2. There's the duty free, of course. So the flight is from Atlantic Airways. That's the only airline that has the Faroe, of course. Hello. Morning.
Well,